Hey y'all, it's Anime Gaming, and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 19 of Carole and Tuesday. And I gotta say, this was by far one of the best episodes of the series. And this episode was, wow, fan-fucking-tastic. Let me explain why. This episode made a lot of story progression because the Stalker plot points already resolved. Because Tao pretty much took care of that, because it started out with Tao pretty much figuring out that there was like a camouflage software inside of the AI, and he figures out that the hacker Black Knight is behind it. So then eventually he tries to find out who he is during the festival. But what I really like is parts ways in, Tao figures out that the Black Knight used a decoy. And I like how this episode upped the stakes too, because during this episode there was a lot of tension, because literally this Black Knight who tried to kill Angela, but then Tao comes in time to save Angela, and I was like, woo! That was awesome, and I fucking loved it because, for one, this tension really helped make this one of the best episodes in the series, because really it made you think that Angela could have died. So when she was saved, I felt relief, and seeing Tao, the one to save Angela, only made the sequence much, much better, because Tao is a character we've seen a lot of in this series. So that's why I felt this episode did amazing from the story standpoint, because it utilized Tao to perform a really major feat plot-wise. He saved Angela's life. And we resolved that plot point, because now the Stalker is completely out of the way. So that's what I really enjoyed about this episode. Made a lot of progression from that end. And additionally, we got to see Carole and Tuesday perform in the Sidonia Festival too. Because, and before I get on to Carole and Tuesday, I love how from the story standpoint, it actually had DJ Artagon make a cool-ass comeback when he did that collab with Angela. That was pretty badass. So that also resolved the DJ Artagon plot points too, because we saw him back in action, and we got to hear more of his music. So I also enjoyed that from the story standpoint. So we also resolved that plot point, because now I'm assuming, we all gotta assume DJ Artagon's gonna do well. So I like that. And additionally, we got to see Carole and Tuesday perform at the Sidonia Festival, and they were performing pretty well. So yeah, this episode actually covered a lot of plot points. And I like how it even reconnected itself to some episodes when Carole and Tuesday were like, when we were here as backups, we saw we would come back when they were telling that to the audience. And that just made the sequence have a lot more impact too, because it makes you go from, damn, they've come a long way from these two not being appreciated to now being completely appreciated. And I really love that. It really makes you look back. And that's why I felt this episode did really great from the story standpoint. Especially since it didn't focus on any of that political stuff at all. I was like, yes! Fucking love Carole and Tuesday when it doesn't focus on that political stuff. I guess you could say at the start when this dude was trying to recruit Tao and Tao said no. But other than that, yeah, it was mostly, it focused on what it did well. Focused on the craft of music and all of that. And that's where I hope Carole and Tuesday maintains its focus for the future episodes. Because whenever it gives us episodes like this, it is just freaking amazing. So that's why I felt it did well from the story standpoint. And from the character standpoint, surprisingly, there was a lot of character moments. For one, the biggest one that grew was Tao, actually. Because, wait. Actually, no. I'll keep on continuing on the character standpoint. I was going to mention the music, but I'll just save that for when I talk about the sound portion about this episode. So, here's why I felt Tao's character development was immense. Because for one, when he saves Angela, you actually see him actually do a thumbs up towards Angela to like motivate her to make a good performance. And I like that, because the Tao that was introduced in episode 1, he wouldn't have done that kind of stuff to encourage someone. And for him to go as far as giving a thumbs up to Angela before her performance was really, really sweet. It shows you a bit of Tao's playful side that he didn't show before. So I like that, actually. It makes him into a much more fleshed out character with this type of character development. And additionally, seeing his nervous body language when he was like running to save Angela's life was pretty cool, actually. It sees you how much, at the very least, Tao really, really appreciates Angela, because you gotta remember, he didn't have one of the guards save Angela. He himself wanted to save Angela's life, and he put his own, because you gotta remember, this fucking stalker dude, Tal didn't know he had a gun, but there was a high chance he had a gun, so it shows you how much Tal cares about Angela at this point, because to risk his own body to actually save Angela's life was pretty badass. So that's also what I like about it. It just gives you a lot of great Tal character development. You just gotta like really, really look at the sequences, and I love it. So that's why I thought this episode did fabulous from the character standpoint. And I like to see Carole and Tuesday's self-confidence go up too, because when Angela's all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna steal the spotlight, and then you see Carole and Tuesday all pumped up, I actually like that. Because when they were first interacting with Angela, Carole and Tuesday did not have this kind of self-confidence. But now they do have a lot of self-confidence, because you see them all fired up. And I really love that too. It shows you they've got an increase of self-confidence in themselves. And aside from that, it was nice to see DJ Articon perform well again. Actually, I love that too. So there were a lot of great character bits that really made this episode powerful and impactful for me. And then aside from that, this episode was beautiful from an animation and art standpoint, I swear. Especially the sequences where Angela and DJ Articon were performing, and the sequences where Carole and Tuesday were performing, they were all fantastic. And the sound was amazing. I thought Angela and DJ Articon's song was pretty awesome. It actually sounds mainstream-like, and I fucking loved it. And I also love Carole and Tuesday's music too, and I loved how the lyrics were meaningful to a lot of different people in life, because if you really break it, here's how I broke it down. During Carole and Tuesday's song, they mention a lot of things like dreaming big makes living life easier, and I kind of like that, because it has the implicit message of, if you have big goals for yourself, it's going to be easier to go through life. And that is so true, because if you go through life without a big goal, then it's going to be like, what's the point of life if you don't have any big aspirations? So I kind of like that. It feels relatable, and to an extent, it has the message of dream big, y'all. And then additionally, also love this song because of like the beautiful vocals from Carole and Tuesday's singers. They're really, really amazing and fantastic. And that's why I felt their song had a lot of impact and all that. And I loved how the contrast too, because DJ Artigo and Angela were having these fireworks and flame effects, and Carole and Tuesday instead decided to go the indie route when making the music. And I kind of like that, and I like how it has this implicit message too of mainstream music can be artful, like with the music that DJ Artigo and Angela made, but also music that isn't flashy can also be artful, as shown when Carole and Tuesday were making their music without fancy special effects. They were just sitting down and all that, telling everyone to just imagine you're on your sofa listening to the music. So I love that too. Like, honestly, this episode had so much positive messages with the music and all that. And that's what I really love about this anime. It could have really just made songs that didn't relate to the series, and it could have been enjoyable. But I love how the writing staff, they went the extra mile of making sure the lyrics connect with the themes of the series. And that's why I'm going to award this episode a rating of a 10 out of 10. I thought it was fan-fucking-tastic, and it gets me pumped up for episode 20. So anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. Be sure to comment out your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Alright, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.